Welcome to the Brand Builder Lab. Ready to jump into the marketing and branding world's most talked about stories of the moment.
I'm ready when you are.
All right then. Think of this as your cheat sheet for staying ahead of the game. Cutting through all the noise and zeroing in on what actually matters for building a powerful brand.
I like that, a cheat sheet. Let's do it.
Okay, so kicking things off with a big shakeup in leadership, one that's making waves across the industry.
Oh, yeah. These are always interesting because you kind of get a glimpse of maybe some strategic shifts happening behind the scenes, right?
For sure. So coming in at number 5 on our list, PepsiCo. They've appointed a brand new chief marketing officer specifically for their U.S. beverages division.
Big move.
It is. His name is Mark Kirkham, and we've been seeing his name pop up everywhere, like Marketing Dive, Ad Age, the usual suspects. But here's the thing to really think about with this one. The whole beverage landscape is changing so rapidly right now.
Totally. Consumers are way more health conscious these days.
Yeah.
And brands, they're battling it out for every ounce of attention.
Exactly. So a new CMO at a powerhouse like PepsiCo, that's not just a simple personnel change. It could be a sign of some serious strategic pivots on the horizon. So I guess what I'm getting at is, what should brand leaders be thinking about when they see something like this happening?
That's a great question. It really boils down to this. How agile is your brand? How ready are you to adapt when the market throws you a curveball? Because a fresh CMO, they often bring a whole new playbook of ideas, right?
Yep.
Which can be exactly what you need to navigate those choppy waters. So think about it. What are the warning signs, the little whispers that things are changing in your industry? And what would it take for you to reassess your strategy, your leadership, the whole shebang?
Okay, let's shift gears and zoom over to number 4. This one's all about some serious power moves in the agency world. We're seeing some forces coming together, and it's pretty significant.
Mergers and acquisitions in the agency world, they usually tell us one thing, right? They're trying to create these mega agencies that can offer their clients a whole smorgasbord of services.
Yeah.
Like a one-stop shop, basically.
Exactly. So 3, count them 3, BBDO offices out west are joining forces, creating a new powerhouse called West BBDO. Ad Age had a field day with this one. So you have these separate teams, all with their own strengths, now operating as a single unit. What are the immediate advantages their clients might see from a structure like this?
I think the most interesting thing here is the sheer concentration of expertise. Think about it. By pooling all the knowledge and skills from each of those individual offices, West BBDO is basically creating a super brain. So they're aiming to give their clients these highly integrated, specialized solutions all under one roof. But it also makes you think, right, as a brand, what's the better approach for you? Do you go with the niche agencies, the specialists, or do you go for these bigger, more integrated networks? And what are the trade-offs you have to consider?
Time to crank things up a notch. Coming in at number 3, a move from Spotify that has the whole digital advertising world buzzing.
Spotify throwing their hat into the programmatic ad exchange ring. This is a huge development in how audio advertising is bought and sold. Programmatic essentially means that ads are being placed in a more automated way using data to target the right audience.
Precisely. Adweek was all over this one. Spotify is basically swinging the doors wide open to programmatic buying on their platform. And this could be a total game changer in how brands connect with listeners. We're not talking about your typical ad breaks anymore. This is about super targeted campaigns that hit listeners right where they are. So if you're trying to reach people through audio, what kind of new avenues does this open up?
It really reflects a bigger trend we're seeing too. These digital platforms are increasingly leveraging data and automation, all in the name of maximizing ad revenue. Now, for advertisers, the good news is this can translate into much more efficient targeting. You can zero in on specific listener demographics, tap into their interests, all based on what they're already listening to. So it forces us to ask, are you making the most of programmatic advertising right now? Are you exploring all the platforms and formats out there? Because audio might just be your next big opportunity.
All right, only 2 left. Coming in hot at number TWO. We've got the ever-growing buzz around Agentic AI. And this has some pretty profound implications for the future of marketing.
What's really mind-blowing about Agentic AI is its ability to, act independently. It's not just processing information. It's actually making decisions and taking actions with less direct human intervention. And in marketing, oh man, this could completely change the game.
Absolutely. Jenny Baker from Tradewinds really hit the nail on the head with this one. She asked, and I'm paraphrasing here, but she basically said, if everyone's got an AI-powered digital assistant, what happens to the marketer's role? It's a great question, right? Because AI could potentially handle a ton of stuff, from scheduling your social media posts to even drafting the first versions of your ad copy. That's exciting, but also a little unsettling, don't you think? So what are your immediate thoughts on this? What does this mean for the future of marketing?
Well, it really raises a crucial question about how the role of human marketers is going to evolve, right? Because as AI takes over more of those day-to-day routine tasks, I think the focus is going to shift towards the bigger picture. We're talking
Yeah.
about strategic thinking, coming up with campaigns that really resonate emotionally, and also making sure that these AI tools are being used ethically and responsibly. It's almost like, are you preparing yourself and your team for a future where AI plays a much more independent role in marketing? Because that future is coming, whether we're ready or not.
All right, drum roll, please. The moment we've all been waiting for. The number one most talked about story in marketing and branding right now is a well-known brand doing a complete 180.
I love these. I mean, they're almost always a sign that a brand is recognizing they need to reconnect with consumers on a deeper level. Maybe they need to adapt to how the market perceives them, or maybe just inject some fresh energy into their image.
You hit it right on the head. So Harry's, the men's grooming company, is making a pretty big move to reestablish their brand identity. Ad Age was following this one closely. And they're not just showcasing their products this time. They're going way deeper. They're trying to build a stronger, more meaningful connection with their audience. It's about moving beyond just selling razors and shaving cream, you know? So what do you think? When a brand does this kind of fundamental reset, what message does it send to the market?
I think it really highlights the growing importance of emotional connection and crafting a compelling brand story. Consumers today, they want more than just the features and benefits of a product. They want to align themselves with brands that share their values, brands that get them on a deeper level. And this reset tells us that Harry's is prioritizing that kind of connection. So it makes you think, what's your brand story? What are you saying beyond the products or services you offer?
And there you have it, folks. The top 5 marketing and branding stories sending shockwaves through the industry. Number 1, Harry's resetting its brand with a push beyond just product-focused marketing.
And number 2, the rise of agentic AI and what it means for marketers. I mean, this is a big one.
Absolutely. Coming in at number 3, Spotify launching its programmatic ad exchange, opening up a whole new world of possibilities for audio advertising.
And at number 4, the formation of West BBDO, a new agency powerhouse with a whole lot of potential.
And last but not least, number 5, PepsiCo's appointment of a new CMO for its U.S. beverages. A definite sign that big changes might be brewing.
So we hope this dive into the latest industry happenings has given you some valuable insights and maybe even sparked some new ideas.
If you're ready to keep the inspiration flowing and your brand building knowledge growing, make sure to check out the Brand Builder Lab newsletter on LinkedIn.
It's a gold mine of insights.
And hey, don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform for a daily dose of inspiration. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.